Ladies, gentlemen, and genetic anomalies, what's happening? It's not a newbie. Back again with another back again for another stream, and today is a very special day because today we have the presidential election. It's happening as we speak. And this is not going to be my stream where I cover the election, because I'm sure that some of you guys are actually probably going to be tired of all of the election nonsense. So I'm going to do a little bit of like a lighthearted short stream here on YouTube. And then I'm going to move over to Kick for the hardcore political analysis in a fun little drinking game slash bingo game along the way. So if you want to if you want to see the election coverage, tune in at 6 p.m. on Kick. The Kick channel is literally at kick.com/notanewbie. You can go there for all the coverage. It's not just going to be me. It's going to be some of my friends as well. They'll be helping bear the load of the political analysis. It's also actually going to be pretty good because it's pretty balanced. I've got people on the left side of the aisle, people towards the center, people on the right as well. So it's probably going to be the most diverse and the most balanced election coverage that you will find. Now, is it going to be the most astute? No. I mean, I'm no political analyst, but I'm going to do my best and hopefully give you guys some quality content along the way. But without further ado, I do want to go ahead and get into this. Also, I was thinking about wearing this hat because it is like, it's kind of fun, you know. We've got like the red, white, and blue on there. But at the end of the day, it does look kind of silly. I think I'm gonna toss it. Now, if any of you guys see this earlier part of the stream and you're like, man, bring the hat back, then join the Discord. The link is on screen. And send a little message saying, hey, put the cowboy hat back on, and I'll do it. But until you guys do that, I'm gonna toss it for now. I'm wearing my dress clothes for the occasion, so it's serious. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the music because we actually don't have a ton of time before 6 o'clock when the first polls start closing. I did want to hold on, let me see here. I did want to take a look at this because there were some rumors going around about this directive. I heard word about this. There was a directive that I think the DOD issued. Is basically a department policy that essentially allows people to allows members of the DOD to shoot at protesters. At least that's the footnotes. That's what people are saying. Now, the Center for an Informed Public from the University of Washington put out this article here that sort of analyzed the actual directive and sought to sort of clear up any misinformation that was being spread about it. So I did want to go through this to get more details. I actually have not done this yet. So let me go ahead and do this here. It says rumors rapidly spreading about reissued Department of Defense Directive 5240.01. It says here the key takeaways are: early last week, rumors started to spread between multiple social media platforms and across political communities online about a recently reissued Department of Defense Directive 5240.01 that documents procedures when there is a potential use of lethal force. Some online communities have speculated that the directive's changes are timed with the upcoming election, with some suggesting without evidence that the intent behind the charge is that the government is planning to use force against Americans. Well, I heard that, it allows the government to use force against Americans. So, I mean, I think that is to some degree like the point of it. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to run around assaulting Americans. My opinion when I first heard about it was, well, if Americans are, fighting the government and they're attacking DOD members, then I mean, I believe in self-defense. So I wouldn't be opposed to the DOD having a directive that says, hey, we can shoot people who are trying to kill us. That seems fair to me. We've got the third bullet here. Under the key takeaways section. saying this: the viral spread could be exploiting a data void, a situation where there is no reliable information about a topic in search results, given there are no published fact checks or traditional journalist coverage of the directive's changes. So the overview here says, early last week, rumors started rapidly circulating on multiple platforms across conservative, libertarian-leaning, gun enthusiast, and far-left communities discussing a reissued Department of Defense directive that documents procedures around when there is a potential use of lethal force against Americans. A subset of these rumors allege the directive to be suspiciously timed with the coming election. The myriad and evolving rumors rely upon speculation about the motivations behind changes to the DoD directive and perceived differences between this new document and existing documents. In part, these rumors spread may be the result of a data void. Yeah, the data void was already mentioned earlier. Let's see. At the time, there are no public fact checks of any of the core allegations or any official statements addressing the rumors. This absence of information has allowed influencers on social media, right-wing media outlets, and conspiracy theory-focused blogs to fill the void with conspiratorial frames about the document's intent and implications for the election. The multi-platform and multi-partisan spread, increased engagement by political influencers, and integration into broader conversations speculating about political violence around the upcoming election signal that these rumors will be important to watch and potentially address with fact checks and explanations in the coming days and weeks. This post explores the cross-platform and trans-partisan spread of the rumor and the nature of its unevidenced speculative connection to the 2024 election. Let's see what this says here. The directive in question, 5240.01, is an internal DoD policy document that details policies for DoD intelligence components' assistance to U.S. law enforcement. Previously issued in 2007, the directive has been periodically updated, most recently on September 27th, 2024, and was made publicly available by the DoD. The speculative rumoring about the directive hinges on the perceived language differences amongst several documents, including the September 2024 version of the directive, a 2020 update to the 2007 issuance of the same directive, in a 2016 DoD procedural manual that is also numbered 5240.01. The language focuses on changes related to potential use of lethal force and prohibitions regarding assassination. Speculation about the meaning and possible implications of the directive's changes have spread across. Okay, we already know this. I want to know what the claims are about the directive. Yeah, I just want to know the claims of the about what's in the directive. Okay, so it says here, October 25th, 2024, addendum on contents of the directive. Let's see here. Since we published this rapid research post, if experts and officials have weighed in on the nature of the DoD directive. Simply put, the directive does not grant the military any new powers that don't already exist. Okay, that's good. That's good. And honestly, that's pretty much what I expected. It says here, as reported in the Warhorse, contrary to claims online, DoD Directive 5240.01, which had last been updated in 2020, does not grant any new powers to the military. That's not how military directives work. Like them or not, all military policies are subject to U.S. law. They do not create new legal authorities. Right. So what that basically means is, if it wouldn't be legal for the government to say, just like mow down a crowd of like MAGA supporters, then, you know, this directive would change nothing. It only allows for the use of lethal force within the pre-existing bounds of American law. It says here, in a rare move, the DoD pushed back by offering comment to journalists given the spread of the rumor. The policies concerning the use of force by DoD addressed in DoD 5240.01 are not new, and we do not authorize the DoD to use lethal force against U.S. citizens or people located inside the United States, contrary to rumors and rhetoric circulating on social media, Go said in a statement to the Associated Press. Experts from the Brennan Center published in Just Security In reality, while some of the legal authorities governing domestic deployment of the military lack sufficient safeguards and are in urgent need of reform, the changes to this directive do not reflect any change in DoD policy and provide no new authority to deploy the military domestically or use lethal force in such deployments. Okay, that's good, right? To deploy forces, to deploy forces in a situation where they're like crowds or protests or whatever would basically mean that they are seeking to go out and kill these people. And they're basically saying, no, we're not running around trying to kill people, which kind of more points towards the self-defense thing that I was hoping that this would be about, which is, oh, we're getting attacked by a mob. We need to be able to defend ourselves. So that sort of sounds like what is happening here. And I don't think that there are any new details here, because this is just sort of is the timeline of the spread of this this viral rumor. But it's interesting because, there are certain documents where, like, if you read them, you'll be like, huh? What is this? This is crazy. Which is actually why, like, remember the Supreme Court ruling about Trump's like immunity case. It could be read in many different ways. In some ways, it could be read, it'd be like, huh? I didn't know that the president had that much power. But you never know how stuff like that's going to be interpreted in practice. And also, it has to be interpreted in the context of other documents, especially with a directive like this, that, like the DoD themselves said, following that directive cannot allow DoD to what would be the word? It can't allow them to break the law. So it's not going to allow them to murder American citizens, which is good. And I think the DoD should be able to kill people in self-defense. So honestly, I don't think that this is anything to worry about. I know why people were upset, and I'm not going to make fun of people for being upset about this, because, that is some scary terminology. It's like, oh, we are going to, we've just made this new thing that, authorizes lethal force. Like, of course, that's going to scare some people. But at the end of the day, I just don't see the DoD running around murdering American citizens. Now, with the election is at hand. So maybe we will see that happening, and I'll be, proven wrong, but I just highly doubt that that's the case. All right. Someone in my Discord recommended that I check this out. This is coming from MiniWheat /ISM. This is a video called "The 47th President of the United States of America." What? And what's up with the subtitles? What is a kilometer? No, actually, I don't know. Please tell me. And that's easy, dude. That's easy. It's 1,000 meters. But I don't know. I don't know why this was sent to me. Well, it says here, the 47th president of the United States of America is me. Direct copy of this video from Bird. Okay. I don't get it. I'll say the hairline reminds me of Trump, but like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Cool, I guess. JYC in the YouTube chat said, "What should I expect from you? You should expect a reaction to a few videos until 6 p.m. because 6 p.m. is when the polls actually close and we will start getting reports in. I'll be live streaming my coverage of the election on Kick. It'd be kick.com/notanewbie if you want to follow me there. This here is just going to be more of a chill, relaxing stream for people who, sort of are burnt out by all the political stuff. There are also some videos that I've wanted to react to for a little bit, so I figured I would use this time to do that as well. Technically, there are some counties I think that should have closed their polls by 5 p.m., but it's not many, not super consequential. We'll be able to cover that in the Kick stream covering the election. Now, someone else suggested that I check this video out. I think this also was submitted by ISM. This is from CTV News. It's called Warning. Nova Scotia Firefighter Club criticized after group in KKK costumes attends Halloween dance. I forgot that that's what this was about. Turn off the comments. Dude, I was about to clap, but I didn't want to break the I didn't want to clap on my my microphone. But dude, that's, I mean, a criticism is enough, right? Like, hopefully these people aren't losing their jobs, but it's very stupid. I don't know who's like, oh, you know what I want to be? I want to dress up and be like a KKK member. Let's see. JYC says, are you like Hassan? I mean, I guess you could say I'm like Hassan. I mean, I'm not, wearing a wife beater or anything, and I don't have a Spalding basketball behind me, and I am actually a black conservative, but I guess you could say that. I mean, to be fair, I've actually borrowed a lot of inspiration for my stream format, from a mixture of Hassan, Piker, and also Ruslan, and a bit of Mogul Mail as well. But I mean, yeah, Hassan's kind of one of the inspirations where it's like, oh yeah, you can actually do a casual political stream that like doesn't have like the feel of like, I don't know, like Rush Limbaugh or what's his name, or Ben Shapiro. So I think I just saw you join the Discord server. I just gave you the privileges to send messages. All right. But yeah, let's move on to reacting to this video here.
What appear to be racist costumes at a Halloween party in Cape Breton over the weekend have prompted an...
Yeah, I mean, I'm a free speech dude. But yeah, I would say like I wouldn't be shocked if there was some racist intent here. Like, I don't know what would possess someone to be like, yeah, let me dress up in a Ku Klux Klan hood. Like, literally, I don't think that Kanye West has dressed up in full KKK garb. Not even. So like that just shows how out there this concept is.
What appear to be racist costumes at a Halloween party in Cape Breton over the weekend have prompted an online firestorm. People are angry with the partygoers and the public event. And we advise you, viewers might find the images upsetting. Here's CTV's Ryan McDonald.
It was an entrance into a weekend Halloween party that has sparked outrage.
When I saw the costumes, like my family, my nephews, they're black.
It's bizarre.
4 people walked into the North Sydney Firefighters Club on Saturday night
so
wearing
bizarre.
what appeared to be Ku Klux Klan costumes.
Why?
One was carrying a cross.
Anybody who sees those costumes, it is a visceral threat.
Like, why would they? Visceral threat is a bit much. I mean, these lily-livered Canadians, man. But like, what's the intent? Like, are these like secret Nazis who figured they would like crawl out of the dark on Halloween evening? Like, or like, or maybe it's a joke. And what's the joke? Is it like, ha ha ha, I'm not actually racist, I'm just wearing the Ku Klux Klan hood? Like, I don't think it works. I don't think it works at all.
Who attended the dance told CTV News that volunteers took the cross and made the group remove their hoods, but allowed them to stay, a decision that has also been met with some anger.
Wait, what?
Volunteers took the cross and made the group remove their hoods, but allowed them to stay, a decision...
Yo, I love the attempt at damage control. That's... be like, yo, you've got to take off those hoods, man, and give us the cross, but you can keep the rest of the KKK outfit.
That has also been met with some anger. Today, the firefighters...
I mean, look, is that worse than like doing nothing? I feel like it's better than doing nothing.
Club posted an apology to social media, saying in part, these 4 individuals are in no way, shape, or form associated with our organization. We promise to be better in the future. In a separate online apology...
Wait, if they weren't associated with the organization, then why were they there?
Which noted that he wasn't working at the dance, Deputy Fire Chief Wade Guthrow said, in part, so when you folks comment that they shouldn't have gotten in and that we need to do better, you're right, and we will.
My heart actually breaks for the fire department.
The area's councillor said while she's disgusted, she feels people's fury should be directed instead at those who wore the costumes.
To deem an entire organization as racist and to pull them through the mud when they do so much for everyone, they made a mistake. They said they were sorry.
Sorry.
What more do you want?
African Nova
That's
Scotian
good.
educator and activist
That's actually a healthy way to approach the situation.
L. Jones says offensive costumes are particularly wrong given racism is still real.
People are experiencing racial terror now. We have mass shootings. We have.
Okay, but we don't have like the KKK running around like burning crosses in people's yards anymore. Like that just doesn't happen. So, like, I get what you're saying, but I don't think there's enough where it's like what is this gonna do realistically to, you know, keep racism alive in America? It's not really doing that. It's odd, it's strange and bizarre and inappropriate, but you know, to say that this is somehow contributing to race issues in like Canada or like bringing the Ku Klux Klan back from the dead is just like a disingenuous take.
You know, people being run over by cars. We have racial terror crimes happening in our society right now. It's not something that's in the past, and it's not a joke.
The identities of those in the costumes have not been independently verified. No one from the North Sydney Volunteer Fire Department would do an interview today. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, North Sydney.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I couldn't imagine like what your brain would have to be like to come up with that idea. I'm mildly flabbergasted. That's insane. All right. So I want to react to this. There's an AM on animations video that I haven't reacted to for some reason. I thought I'd reacted to all his recent videos. But there's this one from 2 months ago called The End of Joe Biden, which I think is probably about Joe Biden dropping out. This should be fun.
What happens if you have another episode like we saw during the debate?
What happens?
Yeah, what happens if you have another performance on that on that level?
When you get knocked down, Joey, get up. Get up. But I just want to get some folks together to pay tribute to somebody who's not only been by my side for the duration of this amazing journey, but somebody who has devoted his entire professional life to service to this country.
Bro, I love these videos. They feel like movies.
The best vice president America's ever had, Mr. Joe Biden.
Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Let's begin the debate.
Bro!
The issue that voters consistently say is their top.
Dude, that's a splitting image of Anderson Cooper, actually.
Concern, the economy.
All of the things he's done, we've become like a third world nation, and it's a shame. The damage he's done to our country, he wants open borders. He wants our country to either be destroyed or he wants to pick up those people as voters.
President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond.
Never heard so much malarkey in my whole life. Look, the fact of the matter is that we're in a situation where, let's take the last point first. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything you have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Trump.
He was right, he did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare. So he's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby.
So, Joe, I am pleased to award our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, with distinction, to my brother, Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr.
Yo, what?
I really don't know what he said at the end of this sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, he gets paid by China. He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China.
My son is not a loser. He's not a sucker. You're a sucker. You're the
I think my plane ride.
Yo, making his face be like that for that answer, I think definitely like shows the mood that was exuded by that response there.
He gets paid by China. He's a Manchurian candidate. It's funny from China. My son is not a sucker.
Oh my goodness.
I think my plane rides with Jeffrey Epstein, I took 2 plane rides with him. My wife knew his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, and I ran across Jeffrey Epstein at parties, at fundraisers, for the Robin Hood fundraiser in New York. But other than that, I had no relationship with him.
How do you address concerns about your capability to handle
by the way, I liked the reference there to the real presidential debate that RFK Jr. had, where he reacted to or provided answers to all the same questions that all the major presidential candidates did. That was a nice touch.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president because I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there.
Is that Hillary?
Number one. The fact is that the idea
or Jill Biden?
Senators and congressmen running for office.
Hey everybody, these are my 2 ravens. They're not actually mine. They're just taming them.
What? Is that something he actually said? Like, did he actually have 2 ravens? Dude, RFK Jr. is the living meme. I think that's one thing that makes him so likable.
Not actually mine. They're just taming them.
Thank you, President Biden.
And by the way,
President Trump, the question was about what would you do to make child care more affordable if you want to take the
just so you understand.
It's really sad, though.
Things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad. And they rate me, I'll show you, I will show you. And they rate me one of the best, okay? And if I'm given another 4 years, I will be the best. I think I'll be the best.
What? That joke?
You did such a great job. You answered every question.
What?
And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Yes.
For whatever reason, the doctors told me that night, said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears, they bleed more. So we learned something.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
What? What is this?
Mr. President, I'm indebted to you. I'm indebted to your friendship.
Oh. That's brutal.
President Biden and I are working around the clock because now is the time to get a hostage deal and a ceasefire deal done.
What?
And let me be clear, I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself.
I'm not gonna lie, this is like how like watching this like campaign shift happen in real life felt. Like, not even joking, it felt like this.
As Commander-in-Chief, I will ensure America always has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world, but can be unburdened by what has been.
Whoa. Whew. That was a doozy. Is Trump gasping a shot at Vice President Trump is hilarious. I just realized Trump had the Punished Snake eye patch on his ear. Anyone can decide between 20 different characters of Trump, of Biden/Trump, so it just uses them all. Biblically accurate election. I know, right? It's crazy. We finally beat Medicare. It's still funny. I can't believe that was said. This is less scary than watching watching the real videos. It is almost comforting. The visuals here actually match the cruelty and absurdity of their words. It's true. That's so true. Man, I love these videos. They're great. They're great. So yeah, I gotta watch the Asmongold video at some point. But yeah, that was awesome. All right. Hold on, let me set this up over here. All right. So thanks to everyone who tuned in. I know this stream's pretty short, but that's because we will be moving over to kick.com imminently, where I will be doing an election night stream with some friends of mine, gathered both across the Bread Gang as well as from college. If you go to kick.com/notanewbie, then you will be able to check out the stream. We will be streaming from 6 p.m. until hopefully when the election gets called. If the election doesn't get called, then we'll just be going until midnight, because I can't be staying up like for multiple days on end waiting for them to count every single ballot. So yeah, go to kick.com/notanewbie. I will be there live momentarily. But yeah, if you're not into the election stuff, just go to Not a Newbie highlights and watch one of my non-political reactions. I'm sure that you guys will have fun with that one. So give me like 5 to 10 minutes or so to get everything transitioned to switch over to start streaming to Kick, and I will be live there in a second. And if you guys are having trouble spelling Not a Newbie, I'll be sending a link in the Discord you guys can use to check the stream out. But for those of you who have tuned in to this stream, even if you're not going to be on the Kick stream, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys being here and looking forward to seeing some of you, at least, on the other side live on Kick.